Little baby.
You two gonna cross, or we're just gonna? Okay, that's cool.
Didn't want to piss him off, have him take out the old radiator, the old girl.
Pretty cool. Oh, we're coming back. We're on the road. We are headed through Denver right now. Of course, it's 9:14 in the morning on a Thursday, so we're struggling with some pretty bad rush hour stop and go traffic, but we'll make it through. Really, once we hit the Colorado border, I mean, once we get north of Denver, it'll get better. Once we hit the Colorado border, the population is gonna be like a third. Not too horribly sad. We're just so freaking excited, and we've been planning this for so long. I feel like I've got a lot of my sadness out before, so doing pretty good. Levi and his brother are up there. I'm still trying to catch them because we went different ways to the highway and they beat me here, but traffic's not exactly cruising, so gonna be a slow go through town, hoping to make it to either Sheridan, Wyoming or Billings, Montana tonight. But it's only 9 hours to Billings if you're going the speed limit, and so far that's not looking good, so it might be Sheridan. But the longest day we really have planned, assuming we don't fall behind, would be like a 10-hour day. We'll probably be so excited and cruising a lot that we'll do a couple of those though. Levi's parents, they are ahead of us a good ways because they swung to Rapid City on the way, like we said in the last video, to see Bob's parents, and they are probably going to be crossing the Canadian border today, so it'll be interesting to get their opinion on how that went, just kind of hear their experience, because we're kind of nervous about it. We've got all of our ducks in a row. You just never know. They can be as friendly or as pain in the butt as they decide to be that day. There's a lot of fires in Canada right now, like right on our drive through Alberta, and a little bit in British Columbia, I believe, too. The Yukon looks pretty clear, so hopefully the smoke's not too bad, because I'm really looking forward to the scenery, but we'll do what we gotta do. We just gotta get moved to Alaska, and a motorcycle just went by me on the left. Right on. I'm in the left lane, for the record. Just keep trucking. Here's to day 1 on the road, Alaska bound. Serpentining. We're in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Just got here. Let my dog go potty, topping off gas, and gonna get some Wendy's. Kind of sounds good. So our next stop, there's not much between, I believe, here and Casper. I don't know, it's been a long time, so I guess we'll see. The guy's moving the trucks while I deal with this thing. Apparently he was really terrified that they left me behind, so he's been freaking out. It took us about 3 hours to get here, so it's not so bad. Good time. got stuck in some super wild hail. It's actually calmed down a little bit. It's not as bad as it was, but luckily I was far enough ahead of the guys that I could signal them to stop before the camper got stuck in this. It was coming down way worse than this a couple seconds ago. It's definitely calmed down.
What do you think? Should we get going?
I'd give it another couple minutes. It's calmed down a lot, but there's a lot of moisture on the road.
That far?
Oh my gosh, it was coming down super hard. I probably have it on time lapse a little bit, but it's probably hard to tell.
And hitting the brakes, cars right in front of them. Crazy.
Yeah, people are pretty slow right here, but I mean, I'm still in the middle. Good luck. Still really foggy, not a clear day at all. We're cruising pretty good. That storm was gnarly, as you saw. But Levi's parents called and they just went through the Canadian border. It sounds like they had a little bit of a rough time. They're through, they made it. But it sounds like their paperwork and stuff went fine, but they got redirected to one of the searching, like, big shed, like big shop type building, and kicked them out of the truck and said, you know, we're looking for drugs and guns. I think he radioed me that he was going to call them and get all the details. Obviously didn't find anything. That's the thing, is none of us are doing anything wrong. It's just kind of nerve-wracking dealing with a high security situation like that. So glad we've done all of our research and we're ready to go. Something funny that did happen was Levi, he bought that 44 mag. I'll try and find the clip. It had this big gun case that said Ruger on it when he bought it. And he was going to just throw the case away because we always keep gun boxes and never actually use them. Bob took it to put socket strips in for storage because I guess they didn't like that very much. The gun box with tools in it. They made it. It's good to hear their story though. So if we do get searched, I'll be a little less nervous knowing they made it. We're going to keep trucking. It's about 2:30 on Thursday, our first day, and hoping to get to Billings. The weather slowed us down quite a bit. I would guess maybe 8 o'clock now. Be in Billings. Rest area in Sheridan, Wyoming. Stretch our legs a little bit before we head for Billings. I don't know who invited him. There is no shortage for how pretty it is up here. That is for sure. It's really like smoggy, foggy. I don't know what it is. Kind of gross out, but Good morning Vietnam moment. We all slept pretty good at the truck stop. Really wasn't bad. We're in Billings and headed north. About, I want to say 5.5 hours, we will be at the Canadian border, which we're nervous about.
You know where we're going? Google Maps or something?
I was just going for 90 west. Yesterday we put in a 12-hour day. Today we're probably going to put in quite a bit. I don't know about quite a bit more. Google Maps, where we want to get to, says 13 hours. It's just a matter of what Google Maps says the speed limit is, because we're not going 80. We're going
You calculate your mileage at that station?
I don't know. My odometer's not working, and I just looked up and all my lights are on.
Oh yeah, it'll do that sometimes. That's when you start it, when it's cold out.
We're going to push along day to day because those wildfires I was talking about yesterday did shut down a portion of our road. So we're going to go further today just in case that doesn't open back up by the time we get there and we have to do a roundabout. That's this morning. A little crazy, a little psychotic, but we're going to make it. So getting smokier and smokier the further we go. Getting ready to get on I-15, and we're about hour 45, probably 2 hours at our pace from Sweetgrass, Montana, which is where we're going to cross into Canada. I wish there was more pretty scenery to show you guys. I'm sure there is, but it's just so smoky. Wish us luck. We got a little bit further to go and we'll be in Canada. Quick stop at the rest area, 800 feet from Canadian Customs. You're okay. You're okay. Lucy. 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 Okay, yep. Lucy, you're killing me. Quiet. They're gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us. What passport drivers?
That's perfect. Are you traveling with the other?
Yes.
Okay. So you're moving to Alaska?
Yes.
Your first time here?
Yes.
Any goods that you will leave, sell, or give away while you're in Canada?
Nope.
Any alcohol, tobacco with you?
I do have some tobacco.
What do you have?
Just 3 cans of chew.
That's it?
Yep.
Any cannabis CBD product?
No.
Firearms or weapons with you?
Nope.
Any prohibited weapons like mace, taser, stun guns,
Nope.
pepper spray, nothing like that?
Nope, nothing like that.
Okay. Are you traveling with cash or currency of a value equal or more than 10,000 Canadian?
No.
So 75 US.
No.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Okay, thanks.
So I will just ask you to go in the parking lot here on the left, inside to the traffic counter.
Okay, we're just in the parking lot. Don't go
Yeah,
inside
and
anywhere.
Go inside here to the traffic counter.
Okay, thank you. We're done. That wasn't so bad. They were so nice. I mean, they were super nice. So that made it better. I apologize for Lucy's yowling. Maximum 30. 30 kilometers an hour. Oh crap. Gotta pay attention to that now. They were really friendly. Every one of them was friendly. We both got searched. Levi first. I got pulled into a side building while they searched him. And then like right about the time he was done getting searched, they had me pull in, and it was, but they took my keys when they pulled me in the side building, so I kind of figured it was I had to wait for Levi. But then I got searched. The guy was super nice, but he did ask me like a million questions about like what we're doing in Alaska, what we did in Colorado. They've got the tools for checking. There's Levi. For checking for powder residue. So he was like, has there ever been guns in the truck? What kind of guns do you own? I was honest about everything, and he was really friendly. I'm gonna talk to these guys, and maybe, I don't know, they kind of messed up my truck a little bit, but they put it back together somewhat well. Yeah. How you doing?
Jeez, Bolt.
Here, let me get Bolt. You
I
can talk.
got him.
You gotta hold it up higher, or they just look at your. No, settle down. Give me the dog.
Yeah. Red Deer, Alberta. I'm tired. Like 1,300 miles in the last 2 days. That's a lot pulling the trailer. Canada's got some crazy. It's really not crazy. It's just not the way it is in the U.S. I knew it was going to be liters and Canadian dollars. It's just confusing.
Make sure to talk loud. I got a comment that our talking's too quiet on the GoPro.
Oh, jeez. Always getting in trouble. I need to talk louder. It's like 9:30 at night. All kinds of fires going on in Alberta. It's closing some of the roads we've got to drive on, or we're supposed to drive on. So we've got to do some detours in order to pick my sister up at the airport. We've got to hustle, make long days, get up in the morning and do it again. Okay, one at a time.
Oh. Stressful. Oh, great. He's gonna find a dead body in there. It's another good morning Vietnam type of morning. Day three. I don't know about you, but I could have slept a little longer this morning. Yesterday morning I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but not so much this morning. We're gonna be pulling out of the truck stop. We're gonna experience our first Tim Hortons. My Canadian bestie Kara sent me a gift card, so we're gonna run and get some food from there, some breakfast, and we'll be back on the road. That was a nice truck stop. I didn't mind it.
thought it was really nice.
Going in. Our first truck stop in Billings was a little rough and tumbling. There's Gus. Say good morning. Bolt. Gus is pretty stressed. It is super smoky this morning. It's a lot worse than we've been dealing with.
Got ash on the windowsills.
Yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, like you said, it's like ashy out. So, and it's just gonna get worse. We're just gonna get closer to the fires.
Find my wallet, it's not on
A
my
plus.
right butt cheek. And you know what I'm saying? It's sending me on a tailspin.
Your wallet's on the wrong butt cheek.
I don't want a bagel somewhere. I got two.
Yeah. Muncho.
Mucho.
That's what I'm saying. Muncho.
I said mucho and you said no.
Good morning. Welcome to day 4 on the road. We've met up with Levi's parents. I did not video last night because my GoPro battery was dead. My GoPro was really hot from being on the dashboard, which isn't good for it. We did stay at a hotel last night. That was pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, we're in Dawson Creek.
British Columbia.
Start of the Alcan.
Yep.
Alaska Highway.
Historic mile 0. Headed in to fire country. The skies are a lot clearer today, so hopefully I can get some better time lapses and video of our surroundings than I've gotten so far. Hoping to get to Muncho Lake today.
I think it's Mungo.
I think it's Muncho. hot spots in there. We're not really driving slow enough to get it on the GoPro, I don't think, but lots of smoke still coming out of the ashes for sure. It's always really sad. We've been through our share of wildfires over the years. Had to evacuate a few times, so we feel for the people in the area. Hopefully we're through it pretty quickly though and start heading to some better air quality.
Clear skies would be nice. Looking at smoke maps or whatever, looks like by this afternoon we should be clear of it.
Yep.
It's been about 1,800 miles of smoky, hazy skies, so
Yeah.
be looking forward to some fresh air.
Guys, come here. We are in Fort Nelson, British Columbia. The Alcan has been pretty successful, pretty easy going. We are pretty much totally out of the smoke. There's some, in the distance you can't see as far as you probably could on a very clear day, but smoke's pretty much gone. Yeah. Alright, we're 2,120 miles. And we just hit the first dirt section of the Alcan Highway.
It's got some washboards.
Yeah, it's a little bouncy, but it's gorgeous.
Some rain out of the smoke. Getting into the mountains. Got some good views going on.
Yeah, it's been really nice. It's a pretty good drive so far. We're hoping we don't bust any leaf springs on this dirt. Ah, there's pavement.
Well, that was quick. One video.
It's like it's like 2 kilometers max.
Nobody cares about kilometers. We're 1.2 miles.
Oh yeah, that's miles, not kilometers. Never mind. cold. Oh.
Caribou in the road.
That's my first.
Pretty sure there's all sheep. Little baggy.
You two gonna cross, or we're just gonna? Okay, that's cool.
Didn't want to piss him off, have him take out the old radiator, the old girl.
Pretty cool. Oh, we're coming back. They're like, we're done with you people.
Okay, I took a shitload.
Okay, I'm videoing too. Very cool. I got a video I can send you. Look at this freaking lake. Super clear. A lot better than a truck stop. Last night we stayed in a hotel, which was really refreshing, and we did a short drive. We probably got here a little bit closer to 7, so that's about 12 hours. Levi's trailer brakes quit working for a minute, so we had to figure that out before we hit all those big passes. Starting to rain, and mosquitoes are coming out, so I'm probably gonna get my butt inside before the hummingbird-sized mosquitoes get me. But good morning. It is humid this morning. It's a lot like Alaska here, a little different in some ways, but it's really starting to feel like where we want to be.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm YouTubing.
Hi, YouTube.
Anyway, I want to show you guys kind of like as we drive out the campground because it's so pretty. preferred order this morning.
From here to there, grab a gear, I don't know.
Who's in front?
Mega, what did your odometer say?
2152.7.
Interesting.
What does yours say?
2209.
right, we made it to the Yukon. Just stopped in Watson Lake, not Fort Watson. Watson Lake. Gas is pretty far apart up here, so you got to get it while you can. We've seen a ton of buffalo on this drive, which is kind of crazy. Just used to buffalo being in the prairie, and these are like forest buffalo. We are about 6 hours out of Whitehorse, which is our destination tonight. Levi, we had a spot where it turned to dirt and it was like a cliff. I mean, I bet it was a 8-inch drop off from pavement to dirt, and he didn't see it till last minute because it was just hard to see, and swerved the camper to try and avoid it last minute, you know, figuring swerving was probably better than hitting it. And so we checked all the camper leaf springs. They're good. I made sure Lucy was still alive. It was pretty, would have been a good video if I had the GoPro going, but I didn't. Welcome to the Yukon. In about 6 hours, we'll be in Whitehorse, which keeps us on track. We're about an hour out of Whitehorse and we're having our first major mechanical issue. I don't know what's wrong, but Levi's dad's truck does not sound good and has no power, so they're checking it out. I'm gonna get out of the car just because it's a good highway next to us here, and on the off chance that someone decides to whack us, I don't really want to be in the car, so let's check it out.
And then you got a red one with a white stripe.
That one came off pretty easy.
That was the other thing I read. Try that, get that. You can try unplugging this, plugging it back in.
Alright, we made it to Whitehorse in the Yukon. The truck, seems the guys fixed it. The issue has something to do with, I'm gonna butcher this, like the electrical to the injectors. It's an issue that's happened before. That's all I know. We only have 2 more days. I think we're gonna hit a hotel tonight because I guess campgrounds in the Yukon are weird. Something about we have to register for a permit with the government, and we just don't want to deal with that. So they're figuring out what we're gonna do tonight, and I'm hanging out here. Haines Junction in the Yukon. We're gonna cross back into Alaska today, back into the US. We saying goodbye to Canada. Canada was pretty cool. Hellacious views from this little campground. It's like a gas station RV park, and the owner is this old guy from Switzerland, and he is so nice. We were supposed to stay in Whitehorse last night. I should back up and say the hotel we were going to stay in made Bob nervous because he just had a bunch of tools stolen out of his truck in Colorado Springs a few weeks ago. So it just, the whole vibe of the area seemed sketchy. We ate food and cruised over here, and it was an absolutely beautiful drive. Bob's truck's running good. Our trucks are both running good. We did get the dogs to eat some food this morning, so that's good because they've been stressed. You ready?
Yeah.
Doing my updates. What else? What am I forgetting? It's cold. Oh. Chilly. They're heading out. They're leaving us. GoPro.
Those are big doll sheep rams.
They're big rams. I think we're about 30 miles away from the Alaska-Canadian border by Beaver Creek, Yukon. Pulled out all the important goods, and I have the angry cat with me in case we get searched again. I doubt it. So that tomorrow I have to go to the airport and pick up Levi's sister, who flew our guns up. Whew, this frost heave is no joke. The whole time I wasn't recording.
Almost made it.
You're so close.
They're flimsy, junky.
Yeah, they're fucking small.
I knew it popped. And then I was watching it and I was like, that wasn't good. Broke a leaf spring, which is not a shocker. We almost made it into Alaska. And there was a drop off and a pop. And then the camper was leaning that way.
That's exactly where
So.
the other one broke, but on the front half of the spring.
I'm gonna go take a peek at mine real quick.
How's it going?
It's going. NASCAR pit crew. I should have stretched.
Before work?
Yeah. At least it ain't raining.
Couldn't be better weather. Yeah.
Raining. That thing should thread up more too, so.
Dude, we were close.
Yeah. Another inch or something? Okay.
Doesn't sound better.
I got.
He's going to chicken.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is we expected nothing.
It is a nice day. Can't complain about that. All right, we're like 30 minutes into it. One of the bolts is kind of messed up, so that's really the only thing holding us up. They're eyeballing a bolt on the truck that's on the trailer, though. It's a steal.
That's probably...
Catch bolt.
Come on.
Back to this one.
Yeah, right about there, I think. Oh, I got it right here.
Yeah, dude.
Send it.
You can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
everything.
Try on your end.
Yeah.
No,
Use your freaking head.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
Hey, go ahead, I'm tired.
You guys are dumb.
Got it all back in. Yeah.
All done. Oh, the angry cat.
Set now.
2 seconds. It's getting in the truck.
We're good.
Lucy. Saddest kitty. We're back on the road to Alaska. Took us about hour 15. We were doing so good. And then the camper was just tilted. So I radioed him and said we definitely broke a leaf spring, and we did. And we replaced both leaf springs on that side because you're under there, you might as well. Next one will break on the next bump. Not the end of the world. We'll push through the rest of these frost heaves. We should still make our destination just a little bit later. Brought a pretty good pull off up here if you can make it that far. Just can't win, I bet. We went 15 miles and Bob's truck is acting up again.
What I do is I stick it through the hole first and then bring the whole thing over. Cause I did it like 40 times. We got good pictures of Dawson.
Yeah.
We're missing.
Round 2 of there's worse places to break down. We'll get to Alaska eventually, I swear. On the road again. Do you want him closer or can you? Sure.
Just take a bunch.
Yeah, do some far away and some close. Just do a bunch. You remember how Haley
Yeah, I
was.
was just getting the video.
Just go full Haley mode. Good, how are you?
Pretty good. You can hold on to your driver's license.
Oh,
I just need your passport.
Cool.
You traveling with the guys in front of you?
Indeed.
Saw how much space I had in the trailer?
Yeah.
Take it easy. Have a good one.
Thank you, you too. He made fun of you, Levi.
Yeah, made fun of me to my face. Some bitch.
He giggled and was like, "Are you traveling with the gentleman in front of you?" And I was like, "Yes." And he goes, "Did you see how much room he had? He was fine." And I just laughed and gave me back my passport. I'm not even sure he looked at it.
I pulled up there, he said, I'm gonna tell you the same thing your first girlfriend told you. You ain't that big.
That's awesome. Whoa. Look at that. Whoa. Why is it being weird? Okay. Look at that. That's crazy. All that flooding. Wow. That sucks.
Follow me or something, I can probably do this.
This is the 4th time that's done that. It's a really crappy spot. I wish he would have I wish he could have limped it a little further. We're gonna pull over somewhere here and just wait for him. We made it to Alaska.
By the skin of our teeth.
That's what I keep saying. We're in Tok, Alaska right now. We just had dinner. Some really nice people that we've been running across a bunch on the drive on our dinner. So we're gonna have to, they're moving up here too. So we'll get to know them a little bit, but that was cool. Just kind of goes to show how friendly everyone is up here. Got a little bit further to go tonight and it's about 6 o'clock, so it's not too bad. It took us absolutely forever to go like what, 100 miles? I mean, absolutely forever.
Like, in general, like 6 hours. Gonna answer this. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello. What are you doing?
Gus, come on. Hey, Gus, let's go. Meow. He likes his meow, so. Okay, I am headed in to pick Haley up at the airport. It's about 4.5 hours, but there's been a lot of construction on this stretch of highway, and a lot of frost heaves further north. We're getting out of that basically from before the Canadian border, maybe like Beaver Creek, Yukon, until Tok, and then even after Tok it wasn't great, but man, like right at the border was so bad. We slept at a really cool campground, like little homestead property. They, you know, some cool tractors, like an old dozer. And the lady was so nice. They had the sweetest, like 12-year-old Great Pyrenees. It was just a really homey little spot, Grizzly Lake campground. We will be at the cabins tonight, so that's pretty exciting. Probably. pick Haley up. I'm probably not gonna make her YouTube with me. We will be at the cabins
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
not a quarter mile. What's that? Oh. Gus, Bo, come on. Come here. Gus, come on. Let's go. Come on. Okay, we're here at the driveway to the cabins, and Bob and I drove it and think that the shorter truck's the best option to get the camper in there. There's gonna be a lot of driving into bushes and stuff to get through, so our Duramax is pretty. We don't want to scratch it up, and it's a little longer, so the short truck should do a better job for such a short ways.